all, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michael Tubbs, Mayor, City of Stockton. We're really excited today to announce an exciting economic development opportunity here in the City of Stockton. Our good friends at Amazon are opening a 60,000-foot facility in South Stockton. And I think that's something to celebrate and to be happy about. We've been doing a lot of work over the past several years around economic development. We've made our strategic priority, and I've also prioritized doing things for underserved areas. And this great work from Amazon, our staff, and this council has brought that to fruition. So we want to say to the citizens of Stockton, congratulations. We talked about how the eyes of the nation are now on Stockton and people are looking at us. And we have good news to report. So we're excited for the economic boost and gain this to give to our community. And we're looking forward to working in partnership with Amazon to filling all those jobs with Stocktonians. So with that, I'll turn it over to Vice Mayor Holman.
Thank you, Mayor. You know, about 5 years ago, I stood at this podium with the rest of my council members, and we announced that this city was going into bankruptcy. It was a sad time for us. It was a time of discontent. It was a time of uncertainty. It was a time of not knowing where we were going. But we put a plan together, a long-range financial plan. We stuck to this plan, and today is evidence that the plan that we put in place is actually coming to fruition. And I think that this is the beginning of things that are going to be better for this community. So I want to thank our staff. I want to thank my council members, the council members that put the long-range financial plan into place. And I really want to thank Amazon for having the confidence in our community to bring their business here and putting our people to work so that we can continue with this effort of recovery that we've been in. So at this time, I'd like Council Member Christina Fugazi to come forward.
Yes, so part of that economic upward mobility is dependent upon jobs. And this facility from Amazon will be having more than 1,000 positions available. So my message to residents is polish off those resumes that you have and be prepared for a job fair so that we can employ our community. And with that, passing it on to Councilmember Dan Wright.
Thank you, Christina. One of the things all of us council members have heard from the community is that we needed to streamline some of our permitting processes. And this is a classic example of that coming to fruition here. Our team in economic and community development has worked really hard to make this happen. They've met all the timelines that Amazon has asked, and we're going to continue to do this for future employers. That's our next step on this. We're going to have more of this to announce, hopefully, very soon. And I'm sorry, and I'd like to introduce Councilmember Jesus Andrade.
Thank you, Dan. Once again, my name is Jesus Andrade, and I'm the council member for District 6, where this new 600,000 square foot facility will be built, and it'll also be the home where we'll have over 1,000 jobs in the area. So for me, my colleagues talked about the economic impact, but I just want to say it's going to be a game changer for South Stockton. It's going to be a game changer for District 6. And my job as a representative is to make sure that the constituents and the residents in my district are well prepared and ready to take these jobs. So again, I want to thank the city, the mayor, staff for doing an amazing job of bringing such an organization and company like this to the city of Stockton. We are definitely on track to do even better. And with that, I want to turn it over to Councilwoman Loftus.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here at this exciting time. This council is very proud of our strategic priorities that we've set. We set objectives to do things in South Stockton, to bring employment, and to really work on our economic development for our citizens in our city. So promise made, promise kept, and we'll continue doing that. And I'm going to ask Susan Lenz, I'm in District 3, Susan Lenz to come up from District 4.
Thank you. Yes, I also want to thank the city staff and my co-council members. In January, when we met and we set our goals and we individually listed what our goals were, we all said economic development, and I'm so proud that we're headed in that direction in a positive way. Currently in Stockton, there's approximately 1.7 million square feet of industrial space being constructed, and our goal is 3 million square feet in the next 12 months. So thank you, everyone. Thanks to the staff, and it's a pleasure to serve with this council.
So that concludes our exciting announcement for today. Again, 600,000 square feet, 1,000 jobs right here in Stockton, in South Stockton in particular. If you have any questions, you can ask me or the council, or talk to Michael Renner, Economic Development Director. Thank you all.
Can you tell us about the whole process, how long it took, how this came to pass?
So this was actually a pretty quick moving process, and their initial interest, and then going through the process and meeting necessary timelines in order to deliver the project. So this is a little bit quicker than some of their normal processes you'd see. From beginning to when their initial interest is to this great announcement, you're looking at about 4 months. There'll be further information about timelines and opening later. No, there weren't any special incentives. They may take advantage of some of our existing programs that we have in place, which were attractive to them, but there were no special incentives for this project.
The level of investment, private investment, that Amazon will bring to South Stockton hasn't been seen in a long, long time in South Stockton. And so for us to have that victory in an area that's been, according to the grand jury report, neglected over the last 50 years is definitely a tremendous victory for the area, but also for the city. I think as this council wants to move forward post-bankruptcy, it's our job to unite the entire city. And even if it's in South Stockton, doesn't matter, it's going to be open to everyone. And so, but to have that level of investment and the economic impact that I think it's going to have around the area when it comes to servicing those employees with food services, gas services, I mean, it's just going to have a trickle effect that I think is going to have a tremendous positive effect in the surrounding community, which is in my district.
What's the location?
District 6. Industrial area, can't be by Rancho San Miguel, it's too small. But it's definitely an industrial area, and I'll let Micah take.
I'm not going to give you exactly the address, but it's basically in the South Airport industrial area, and there'll be more information on the specific location, but it's in the South Airport industrial area. They actually approached the city. There was some interest in delivering some of their facility needs that they thought could be matched here in Stockton, and through that conversation found a location that worked for them and processed it from there.
What did you think appealed to them?
Well, I think there's a variety of good employers in Stockton, and they see that advantage to being here. And so they have a good network of other facilities in the area and then outside the area. And so I think the location really was an interest of them in being able to deliver what they need from this location.
Do they own the land then already?
No, this would be a lease that they signed with the developer who's building it.
Who's the developer?
That would be IDI Gaisley is the developer, and we can give you that information later.
I know you had said that you should polish up your resumes, but will there be more job training opportunities for those who may not have the skills?
Well, we're currently working now with Valley Vision and UOP around identifying the skills gap in this region and figuring out what the skills are. So that report's underway, and it should be finished either December or January of next year. And the idea with that report is that it will lead to recommendations as to how do we build systems for folks to get training and employed. So I think as we have further conversations with Amazon about exactly what type of jobs, scope, and certifications, we'll begin talking with our partners at the community college level and et cetera, to make sure our folks are trained for the jobs. That's what's important. It's important that Amazon's here, but it's also important that the people who live here benefit tangibly from having those jobs.
Seems like it would have been a hard sell for Amazon since they have a facility in Tracy and then 50 miles south and Patterson. So can you tell us, was it a hard sell?
Don't leave.
So part of the advantage of Amazon has lots of needs for facilities, and they have different facilities that deliver different items and different responsibilities. So it wasn't a hard sell from the perspective of being close to some other locations. They were interested in the area. I think some of the other facilities that are within the region were supportive of that, and this supports those facilities. So it was actually an easy sell for that standpoint. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.